It's time for live high school basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Young drives the lane, scoops it up short, down in, kiss off the glass, good.
High school basketball on CISN.TV is brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet, West Side Auto Pros, Mid-American Energy. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on CISN.TV.
Good evening and welcome to Waukee High School for high school basketball once again on CISN.TV. Dar Danielson with you, and Jackie Sapp is here tonight as we get set up for, we've had a string of great girls basketball toward the end of the regular season, Jackie, and this one to wrap up the regular season looks to be just as good as some of the ones we've seen here in the last couple of weeks.
Well, they're playing for, I think, conference titles, so everything's on the line. Also, they're getting ready for tournaments, and it's anybody's game, I think, tonight. Got two great ball clubs.
Waukee, the home team, at 17-3. Ankeny Centennial coming in here at 17-3. And Centennial coming in winning 8 in a row here, while Waukee has won their last 2. Their only loss coming a 5-point loss to Dowling. In fact, all their losses to the 3 are by 9 points. A 2-point loss, a 1-point loss, and a 5-point loss. The loss is a little bigger for Ankeny Centennial in those 3, but the last 8 games, they just, they're ramping up toward that state tournament.
And I think that's traditionally the kind of ball club they are. They got a veteran coach, and I think he, understands that it's what we do at the end, and it probably doesn't really worry so much at the beginning of the season, and he just gets them ready for tournament time.
Yeah, it's fitting all those pieces together, and winning the conference is nice and having a good record is nice, but you always want that big trophy in the end, don't you?
Yes, exactly, and they've had quite a few at Ankeny.
Yep, and since they split one girls' state title for Centennial, since they've split off to 2 high schools, and we're getting ready here for our national anthem. And as per the tradition, they'll have an elementary school choir sing the national anthem.
To achieve this goal, Waukee High School is asking every Warrior fan to treat our visitors in the same manner.
You see them out there at center court getting ready.
And secondly, for each of us to be courteous and considerate of our neighbors in the stands by what we do and what we say. Now, if you'd please rise and face our flag as we honor our country and its flag with the singing of the national anthem tonight by the Brookview Elementary 5th grade chorus.
Nice job out of the kids from Brookview Elementary and Waukee in the national anthem. And Jackie, let's talk a little bit about the keys to the game for this 2-17-3 teams coming in. It was a 2-point win by Waukee or Centennial, in the last meeting at Centennial. What do you see as the keys tonight?
Well, as I look at the statistics, Waukee's averaging 66 points per game to Ankeny's 53. But I will say Ankeny, historically, year in and year out, they pride themselves on their defense. And games I've seen in person, even from their 6-on-6 days. So I don't really see it being a high-scoring game. And I think even though Waukee's lost some close ones, you always learn from those close losses. But again, it's going to be, I think it's going to be nip and tuck.
So here we go with the starting lineups. 5-foot senior guard Sidney Wyckoff. The 6'1" forward, the junior Rachel Schoen. 5'10" senior guard Chloe Olson. A 5'11" senior guard Kiana Williams. And a 5'10" sophomore guard Meg Burns. Scott DeYoung, of course, the head coach for the Centennial Jaguars. And now they dim the lights and turn up the spotlights for the Waukee Warriors and Coach Chris Guess. And their starting lineup. A 5'10" junior, Anna Brown. The 5'8" junior, Jory Neiman. 5'9" freshman, Ashley Guessaway. 6'2" junior, Peyton Rao. And the 6'1" freshman, Lexi Bowles. So one senior in the lineup, Jackie, and not a lot of, also when you look at over at Centennial, just a bit more experience, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
but
one senior,
but you know, so, and it used to be you didn't see that freshmen and sophomores even playing a varsity level at this class, but things have changed so much with year-round and more specialization in the sport that you're seeing a lot of these freshmen and young players coming in and playing very well.
I agree with that, and especially at a 5A school, you didn't see very many freshmen that ever played at this level. But I tell you what, there's some good young kids coming up. So CIML is going to be tough here in the next 3 years.
And you know, we saw the same thing. We did the Southeast Polk game on Tuesday against Dowling, and again, more underclass players playing very well there. As we get ready to get it underway, and the tip controlled by Centennial, and right away a double dribble called on Meg Burns. So that's
I didn't quite see that.
I didn't either, but that's a double benefit for Waukee as they get the arrow stays in their way for the held ball, but they get the turnover too.
Exactly. First possession.
So here's Peyton Rao up top with it to Neiman. Neiman's kind of the catalyst that gets this offense going as they work it around. Inside, up and good by Brown. So Waukee scores first to get things underway.
Their defensive styles are so different. Ankeny plays cut the cutter, they more jam the middle, and Waukee kind of plays off their players. So you got kind of two different styles of defense.
And there we see it right away, the held ball, and it'll go to Waukee.
Yeah.
So they get a kind of a 2-for-1 right away in this after Centennial won the tip, but had a turnover right off that. Here's a handoff to Brown. Over on the baseline to Rao. Across the top to Neiman. And
Turnover.
there's that pressure defense forced the turnover.
Stepped on the sideline.
Sydney Wyckoff came right at her as soon as she caught the ball, and you're right, she stepped on the sideline, and the turnover was back to Centennial. Meg Burns with it up top. Olson kicks it out for three, rolls out, no good. Rebound to Brown for Waukee. They're going to push it up the floor. And a three is off, no good. And it came down, and Centennial apparently stepped on the end line down there. So Waukee will get it back. Chris Guess signals over the play he wants to have run. And they get it into Brown for a quick three. No good. Rebound. Battle for And saved out of there by Lexi Bowles, and then a jump ball. Tie-up is called, and that one will go to Centennial.
Waukee lineup for 2, Lindsey Kelderman.
And Kelderman in for Waukee. And they'll give Ashley Gassaway. She'll go to the bench. And rebound comes off to Meg Burns. And Neiman knocks it away, and they're going to call the foul. Yep,
14, Sydney Wyckoff.
And Wyckoff.
Wyckoff. First foul of the game. And I think Gassaway started there because she's a senior, and it
Yeah.
is senior night. And because normally Kelderman would be in that starting lineup, and you wouldn't have a senior in there, but Gassaway was in. Here's Rao for 3. Rolls around, no good. So we've seen one on each side roll through the cylinder and out from the long range. Down the lane, baseline jumper is off. Hand off over. Top of the key in the drive, and a foul will be called as Rachel Schoen drives in.
Foul taken 2, Lexi Bowles, her first, team first, shooting 2, Rachel Schoen.
Lexi Bowles first and the team's first, and Schoen will step to the free throw line, hitting 74% on the season.
I thought Ankeny be a little more aggressive offensively. They seem like they're just not quite in the flow yet.
And they get their first point here with 5:25 to play in the quarter. Free throw by Schoen. Second one is good. And we're tied 2-2. Neiman looking for some room there. Bounce pass inside the pass. Just off the hand of Chloe Olson. So it'll stay with Waukee. And that was a good move in there by Bowles, but
Yes,
the
it
pass
was.
wasn't real good into the post, was it?
She got her position, and if she would have gotten the ball, she would have scored.
Now into her. Double team, kicks it out to Neiman. Off, no good. Both teams have a little trouble nearly going finding the long range, but I'm sure they'll find that as we move along. Back in the post there for Centennial. They'll rotate it over. Double team. And stripped away by Kelderman. She gets it up to Neiman, all the way across the floor, almost threw it away to Brown. Brown tries to save it, and Kelderman runs it down. So a little wild. Now here's a 3. Good!
That was good ball movement.
After all that, they end up getting the 3 ball out of it. And take a 3-point lead. Their biggest of the game. Centennial working it now. Across the top is Burns. There's a 3. Good! Schoen hits it, and we're tied again. 5-all here halfway through the first quarter. Centennial quick to jump out on the ball outside with that pressure.
Yeah, they're really not giving Brown much breathing room. They're tagging her, they're bumping her.
And Kiana Williams picks up the foul there. Second team foul, and here comes Kat Moody to give Lexi Bowles a rest, and Kat Moody has turned out to be a super sub off the bench for
Yes.
Chris Guess this season. And they're knocked away, good defense. Look for the break, but not there. He'll try to go inside, a nice defense in there and ties it up. As Peyton Rao did a good job of fronting the offensive player there and knocking that down.
Yeah, she didn't quite have the angle she needed to make that pass into the post.
That's one of the things I've noticed a little bit lacking in the high school game is that entry, the lob, and it takes a little touch just to lob it in there over the defense, doesn't it?
And it takes a lot of work in practice to make sure you're making precise passes.
And
just there's an
case in
example
point,
right
yep,
there.
right
yeah.
there. As we're talking,
Yeah,
that's
you're exactly right.
It looks easy, but it's a lot of timing involved in getting it in the right spot for the receiver to get it and turn and make the play.
And the post players got to get a seal and get the girl in the back. There's a lot of things that go in.
There's a drive, dish across for three, it's air ball, and pick the pocket of Neiman back up and good. Is Chloe Olson. Waukee wants a timeout as Centennial takes their first lead of the game here, 7-5. We'll take a break and come back right after this on CISN.TV.
Des Moines area is starting to buy trucks at Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP. Select new 17 Super Duties. Schottenkirk Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Centennial on a mini 5-0 run here to take their first lead. Jackie, what are you seeing so far here?
Well, I'm seeing pretty good defense out of both ends. Offensively, neither team's really been in a flow yet. At turnovers, which kind of surprises me this early.
Both need to be a little more crisper with their offensive sets or screens and things, huh?
And be patient.
Into Kat Moody. She tries to go up underneath, and I think Chloe Olson caught her with the knee.
And both times that both teams have gone at the defense and penetrated the basket, they've picked up fouls. So I think you just got to be a little more aggressive on both ends.
Rachel Schoen comes back in for Chloe Olson, who has her first personal third team foul. They're going to go out deep to Kelderman on the pass inbounds. She'll give it to Jory Neiman. Waukee trying to end what is a 5-0 run here by Waukee. They gave Centennial rather, gave them their first lead, and that won't do it. As stepping in is Schoen and picks it off. And over to Runke. And she's fouled.
See there, they penetrated and picked the foul up. And
Chris Guess wants a timeout. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it right here. And that is that defense. I think even though they've seen Centennial before, it's a matter. I think Chris Guess is probably telling them, you got to make a crisp pass. You got to, it's you can't just go through the motions here.
well, I'm sure that the timeout that he called at 2:15 is when they got their pocket picked down here, because I'm sure he knows that if they're going to stay in it, they've got to keep the score close and they've got to clean it up. But I was going to say, I watched a 6-on-6 game 2 days ago. I don't know why. I just got on YouTube and looked at it, and I was thinking, holy cow, how the game has changed since, and this was in 1975 when Deb Coates was playing. Mm-hmm. But the skills were so much offensively, so much different than what we see, better than what we see now because of having to learn everything. Mm-hmm. And also they went to a zone, it looks like. Oh, maybe not.
I think they were just coming out. Yep, still man. Into the post this time. Or Schoen. She kicks it back out. Oh, and almost stripped. Neiman goes for it. Burns. Now back in. Double team. Nice pass back. Finding the open player on the baseline. Kiana Harris getting the bucket. Widens the lead to 4 for Centennial. 7-0 run now. Oh, had the cutter Neiman right in there just a little late.
That's that timing thing. She cut a little bit before the ball got to the wing, or the pass would have been there.
There's Neiman. Drives down. Back out. We're under a minute to play here in the quarter. And Anna Brown gets it over to Kat Moody, to Kelderman. And she's fouled a little too aggressive that time.
They're
by
just
City Waukee.
they're just running a plain flex offense. They're just making cuts on the baseline, off a post screen, and they keep running that, and eventually they're going to get some openings down in the lane.
Megan Ernie and Lexi Bowles back in for Waukee. Nice drive, and Neiman baseline gets the runner to go.
It was a nice shot.
And that ends the 7-0 run by Centennial. Cuts their lead in half, and we'll see now. Look like they'll probably play for one.
Well, and they get the ball to start the second quarter, so 2 for 1 here.
Back over to Kiana Williams. And a little fighting in that screen, and I think they're going to call Anna Brown.
Yep.
A little too aggressive on trying to fight through that screen.
That might not have been a bad thing, though. It's 3.4 seconds, so.
Forces them to put it in, get it in now. Third team foul, second on Anna Brown for Waukee. They do get it in. Now Williams has got to drive down, gets it blocked by Lexi Bowles. And that's the way we'll be after one. 7-9, Waukee trails, or Centennial leads Waukee 9-7. We'll be back with the second period after this on CISN.TV.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Dar Danielson, Jackie Sapp on CISN.TV. Number 8 Waukee hosting number 7 Ankeny Centennial in this 5A matchup, the final regular season game before we head to the tournament time. And we'll get a chance later on. We'll talk a little bit about the brackets, Jackie, and how you see those breaking down. Maybe at halftime we'll have a little time to do that. As Centennial in the dark uniforms, they start out with the ball and the lead of 2. Inside, back out. Now the post, Rao knocks it away from Schoen, and then a tie-up. We'll go to Waukee.
That's that pass you're talking about.
Well, and the pass was good, but the double team, they had trouble getting it in there after they got it in. They doubled her quick, didn't they? And
Yes, they did.
but looks like Centennial still trying to go into the post, even though they have. Looks like Waukee has a bit of a size advantage with Bowles and Rao. Well, here's Neiman working with it. Over to Lexi Bowles on the wing. To Megan Ernie, who's in now. And Rao. And this time the double team hurts Waukee. And I saw a good battle going on down there with Bowles and Rachel Schoen down on the block.
They've been going at it all night.
So minute gone here in the second quarter. Nobody scored yet. And now in the Schoen turnaround jumper, or Olsen rather, there.
That was a good shot, though.
Yep. Neiman kicks it outside to Ernie. Looking for the post in there to Rao, but not there. Bowles to Brown.
They've really kind of tied Brown up. They're just tagging her all over the place.
And Rao shoots the three. Now there's a scramble on the baseline, and Brown's down there on her knees trying to get it. And they're going to call
3 seconds.
3 seconds. And Scott DeYoung was up right away saying, hey, three, as she waited
didn't have
on
any
there.
hope. She didn't have any hope.
There was no way of getting the ball out of there and not getting the 3 second call. Didn't appear. When you're down there trying to, on your knees, double teamed. Here's a one for the baseline, sneaking in and then drawing the foul is Chloe Olson on the rebound. Lexi Bowles will pick up her second personal. And the fourth team foul on Waukee.
Second team fourth, shooting 2, Chloe Olson.
Chloe Olson to the line. Hits it right through there. She's shooting 70% from the free throw line. It's her third point. And that's our first point here in the second quarter.
You know, they got a couple players with some pretty good knee braces on there. You don't see that very often in high school girls. I mean, I know it happens.
Kiana Harris into the lineup as Olson hits the second free throw. And that leads back up to 4 for Centennial. That's the biggest they've had in the game so far. It's not a high-scoring affair so far.
No, it's not.
You called it what you expected, a defensive ball game here. Here's Brown on the drive down the baseline, and she draws the foul. And I think that'll go against Meg Burns.
You know, right now they need to set more screens for her because everything that Brown's getting is she's creating on her own, and she's their leading scorer.
And hits a free throw. Brown shooting about 76% from the line there.
Ankeny's used a lot of girls so far. Or maybe not a lot, but they've subbed a lot. They're keeping their squad fresh.
So 2 free throws. 4 free throws, all the scoring here in the second quarter, 2 by each team. Turnaround on the lane is up and good by Chloe Olson. Olson now has 4 points. Kelderman looking inside, and they're going to call a hold from behind, I think.
See, there's again, she passed off, and she's trying to create her own openings.
Taylor Runchie with her first. Now already Centennial up to 6 team fouls with 5 minutes to play here in the first half. So the next one will be a one-on-one. That one is just out of the cylinder by Anna Brown. As
you know, that's the trade-off. When you play aggressive defense, you're probably going to put the other team on the foul line early.
Over on the wing now, cross court. Back out, looked at the 3. She'll drive, though, between the 2 defenders, but it's knocked away by Rao. And Ernie. And Rao comes away with it. And they really extend it up high, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Lob inside to Brown. She turns one way, looks the other way, and they're getting a little defensive help too. Now she tries to sneak it inside, but it's knocked away, and Kiana Williams comes out of there with it. Gives a little change of pace, kicks it over baseline. Jumper, boom. Chloe Olson. She's got all 6 of the Centennial points here in this second quarter. And they've upped the lead to 6. And Neiman gets bumped, knocked down, and then she's called for the travel.
For Centennial 40, Meg Burns.
You know, when you play that kind of harassing defense, you get the other team to sometimes play a little bit faster than what they want to play.
Yeah, because you want to get rid of that ball before the defender gets in your face, don't you?
Yeah, basically.
And then you rush it. Yeah. Inside to Olson, took a high bounce on her. Centennial now just patient on offense, looking to cut through and get the open man. Olsen the block, and the Rao blocks that one by Kiana Harris. Kelderman for three, no good. And the rebound comes off to Runchi. And Scott DeYoung wants a quick timeout here to talk this over. With the 6-point lead, 2:58 to play in the first half. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Here at Waukee, Centennial coming out of the timeout will have the ball and a 6-point lead with 2:58 to play here in the first quarter. Jackie Sapp with me. She told me what she thinks the final score is going to be. So I think you think there's going to be a higher scoring second half.
Yes.
Based on what you said.
Yes. We'll keep it a secret, though.
Yeah, there's going to have to be. Here's a jumper short. Rebound comes out long to the shooter Schoen, though. And down the line, Ernie knocks it away. And here comes Waukee. They're going to try to run a little bit. Runner off the shot, and Rao rebounds and puts it up. And that's the first field goal here for Rao and the first field goal for Waukee in the second quarter. Kick it back outside to Burns. Now she lobs it across. Olsen underneath, gets a block from behind by Rao. Jory Neiman's going to run. Lobs it in underneath, up and no good. Battle for it. And, oh, they're going to call the foul on Lexi Bowles against Chloe Olsen.
That might have been a little frustration foul.
Yeah, that's her third. So Kat Moody will come in. And if they hadn't called the foul, Bowles or Olsen had stepped out of bounds and it would have been Waukee's ball, but they determined that her step out of bounds was aided by Lexi Bowles. So now we'll go to the bench here with probably the final 2 minutes of the first half with 3 fouls. They throw it up top, now outside. Looks like Centennial trying, knocked away. As I say, Centennial picking up the pace of the offense. Here's the run by Kelderman. Off, no good. Kat Moody battles for the rebound, and she gets called for the foul.
On 15, Kat Moody, her first, team 6.
16 foul now on Waukee, so both teams will be in the bonus from here on out on non-offensive fouls.
Waukee picked up some quick fouls there.
Yeah. 3 here in the second quarter. Oh, nice look underneath. Oh, a little hot. And then a foul. Another foul. We'll see if that goes against Moody or Rao. Moody.
15, Kat Moody.
As I say, it looks like the Jaguars have picked up the pace a little bit of their offense here, Jackie.
Yeah, they have. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have Brown back in there.
And the free throw good.
So Waukee 32, actually Gasaway. For Centennial, 25, Kiana Williams.
By Schoen. She's got 6 points. Rachel Schoen misses that. That's her first miss on the free throw line. She's 3 of 4 tonight with 6 points overall. Neiman stops and goes and misses. Rebound comes off to Schoen.
I think Chris is wanting them to make better selections on their shots because he's a couple times.
Seem to be a little hurried too, don't they?
Yes, you know, and like both teams shot threes too early. You know, you got to get into the flow of a game, and then once you get in that flow, I think, you know, you're ready to shoot better from the perimeter. Sometimes.
And then Waukee's trying to push the pace a little bit.
Yes.
And they come down, and if it's not there, I'm sure he probably wants them to hold it and work for a little better shot. So now Kiana Williams will take it out, move around, good ball movement, open for three, and knocked away. No foul call there. Jory Neiman must have got a lot of ball there
Evidently.
against Runchy.
It's kind of right now the fundamentals Waukee's not executing, like blocking out.
Karen Reitzma in for Waukee. He's trying to avoid the starters picking up any more fouls here, I think. Oh, knocked away Neiman, but it's right back to Olsen inside.
Well, he's in a zone, so I think he's trying to protect his inside players.
Big players. Kat Moody has it. Yeah, she picked up a couple quick fouls. And now they're pushing him out a little farther, too, here, and almost threw it away. 5 seconds. Got to make a run, and there's a reach. Or no, what'd they call?
They called.
Oh, the carry. Okay.
Yep.
I thought he was going to call her. The reach must have been enough to cause her to turn it over. So 2.4 seconds to go. Let's see what play they run here. Assume they'll try to get it to Neiman. They do. She puts it up. Oh, a little too much mustard on that one. But Centennial will take a 16-11 lead at the half, outscoring them 7-4 here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back and check out the first half scoring after this on CISN.TV.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get...
We're here at halftime where Ankeny Centennial leads Waukee, number 7 over number 8 at the half. And let's run down the first half scoring for you. First for the visitors, Ankeny Centennial. Chloe Olson leads all scorers with 8, 6 of those coming in the second quarter. 6 for Rachel Schoen and 2 for Alexandria Kiana Harris. For Waukee, 5 for Jory Neiman, 4 for Anna Brown, and 2 for Peyton Rao. So not a blistering scoring pace there. It was 9-7 Centennial after 1, and then they outscored them 7-4 to take a 16-11 lead here at the half. And Dar Danielson along with Jackie Sapp. Let's take a little look here at the brackets. And first of all, where these two teams are going to play. And
we've got
let's see, Waukee's in Region 8, right? So they'll start out and they'll face the winner of the Des Moines East Marshalltown game. Other side of that bracket is Cedar Rapids Prairie and Cedar Rapids Jeff. So they'll move through there. And
there's only besides Waukee, Cedar Rapids Prairie has a 14-6 record. Otherwise, everybody else is below. 500.
500, yeah.
But
so,
you never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
seriously, I've
you
seen
could,
some
yeah,
strange
you could
things
catch fire in
happen.
those. You know, the coaches always say, well, you got to come out and play the games,
Yep.
and you do. So Centennial, then they're in Region 5, which I don't have my sheet for Region 5 here, but you do.
Yep.
And so they, let's see, so Urbandale and Des Moines North, they'll play the winner of that game, and then it's Valley and Ottumwa, and again, you have 2 sub-500 teams, and one at 500, and one win over 500. So
And last year's state champ in Valley. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Valley's one of those. So, and you never know. We're kind of waiting for them, get some people back from injuries and to catch fire. So that could be one of those teams that takes off. You never know.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, last year I would have never picked them to win the state title, and Valley did. So.
No, they just kind of got it together, and I think they had a little senior leadership there and got on a roll toward the tournament. Then you look at it in Region 6, Johnston will face the winner of Sioux City West, Council Bluffs, Lincoln. And then on the other side, Wash and Kennedy is there. In Region 7, Dowling Catholic faces the winner of Sioux City East and Fort Dodge. And then you have Ankeny and Des Moines Lincoln.
I think those two are fairly, favor the metro schools.
In those brackets, yeah.
I think Southeast Polk, if you've got that one.
No, I don't have that one. Do you?
Yeah, I pulled it up. They actually, I would say, have maybe a little more challenge because they would play the winner of Indianola if they beat
the winner of Council Bluffs,
Sioux City North.
Then they play the winner of Indianola and Des Moines Roosevelt.
Right.
Indianola, another one of those teams that could,
Yes.
really come on too in the tournament and play.
Well coached,
Yep.
In fact, they've got the Berg girl that's signed to go to Mizzou next year, and they were in the state tournament last year. So I would say they have maybe the harder way to get down to it well.
And then last year they came in and they were kind of heralded. They had a real good record, and sometimes you come in and you don't have as much as spotlight on you. You kind of, I don't say sneak in, but you get in and then you get on a roll and you get it going. Although, like you talked about Valley, had a good solid regular season. It came in playing well, and then they caught fire in the tournament and everything went for them. So that's the way. And as we've seen throughout this 5A here in the Central Iowa Metro League, there's a lot of teams that are real close.
Yeah, and that's even, you said about Ankeny Centennial winning the state title. That was 2 years ago, and they beat Johnston in the finals, and I don't think they were particularly favored to that point. And again, it's
and I think that was the year when Waukee was defending champ, and Waukee,
you're right.
Waukee got knocked off
Yep.
in a close game where
you're right.
You thought Waukee, with what they had back, were going to make a good defense, and they did, but they got knocked off in, I think, the quarterfinals. And then, Centennial kind of stepped in there, and they beat Johnston, right?
Right.
In the title game, And so, you just never know. They're so close, and that's where it comes down to coaching and one turnover, one rebound here or there. It seems like in the 5A.
Well, I will say one thing: when you take a look at the schools that are out east that are ranked 1 and 2, and then you have the metro schools. And I think that the metro schools, because when I say they've been beating up each other, that their games are so close, there's more parity. You don't really know what those eastern schools, whenever I see scores, they're just kicking people.
And then I remember Cedar Falls, they got on a good run
Yes.
there, and they made it to the title game against Valley last year, and they were a young team. And kind of talking with their coach, I think he thought they had a good team, but I think he didn't think, he thought they were probably a year away from maybe making it to the title game, and they kind of came on there. Got a halftime score, Ankeny Valley over Ankeny, 28-26 at halftime. So there again, that Ankeny team has had not the best year of records, I don't think, but they're still, they're a solid team too.
They're rebuilding. This is the first year for their new coach, so it's it takes some time to everybody get to know each other.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're at half, 16-11, Centennial over Waukee. We'll take a break here, and we'll come back, and we'll talk a little bit more at halftime. Dar Danielson and Jackie Sapp here, and then we'll be ready for the start of the second half coming up in just a little bit here on CISN.TV.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
I opened the Hearing Clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Bill?
We're just about over with halftime here at Waukee. Dar Daniels along with Jackie Sapp, and I'm going to put in a plug here for CISN.TV. We're going to be at the state tournament once again, bringing you the early round games, and a little bit different this year. The 5A and 4A are going to start out on day one, Jackie, and we'll be there on the 26th of February for those games, and we'll take you all the way the semifinals up to hand it off then to the championship games for IPTV. But it's going to be fun, another exciting tournament, I think.
I think it will be too. Well, and I looked at some of the other classes, and you don't have Pocahontas coming back as defending champs, I don't think, because they lost their big gun. 4A, same thing. You don't have, I think that whoever won that, they lost all their good players. So, I mean, I think we're going to see some new faces when it comes to all the classes.
I did see something that troubled me a little bit, though. My alma mater, Janesville, is in the same sub-state as Springville, and that's going to be tough for them to get out of there in basketball. Now,
so you're from Janesville?
Yes, I am from Janesville. And my classmate, Shelley, whose birthday was just yesterday, I believe, has led them to 3 state titles in a row in volleyball. And so I'm an old Wildcat.
Let's see, I want to say black and gold.
Yep, that's right. Actually, when my dad went to school there, it was purple and gold.
Really?
Way back when, yeah. But I'm one of a long line of Danielsons who went there. But anyway.
Learned something new about you tonight.
Yep. Inside pass now is Centennial starts with the ball to start the second half, and looks like the starter's back. Here's Burns for 3, bounces off, no good. Rebound put back up and good by Chloe Olson. So Chloe Olson picks up where she left off in the first half.
She's got 10.
Yep. She had 6 in the second quarter. And now here's Waukee. It's been a while since they've scored, and Neiman puts it up hard, comes off to Kiana Williams. 7-point lead, the biggest of the game for Centennial. Schoen drives, and she powers it through. She's got 8. And a 4-0 push to start the third quarter here for Centennial. Kelderman over to Neiman. Oh, nice.
Backdoor.
Yeah. Oh, and it just bounces out of there. Got just what they wanted. And Olson puts it up. And battling for the rebound. Run down on the baseline by Centennial. Schoen gets it out. Back up top. And that's going to be an over and back violation. Kat Moody comes into the lineup there for Lexi Bowles. So Centennial coming out with a big burst here to start the third quarter. And here's our Waukee. They can't get, we talked about it, they got to be patient, Jackie. You can't just come up and start firing up shots either, because that'll just get you deeper in the hole.
Well, I think, and I watched them on defense because they've got some foul trouble inside. I don't think they're being as aggressive as what Chris would like them to be.
And there they tried that down low entry pass and just a little off, got knocked out of bounds, but they'll get the ball back.
See, Ankeny will wear you down with their aggression. I mean, they've always played physical defense.
Yeah, they may not get the turnover every possession, but it wears on you seeing them there all the time, doesn't it?
Yes. You know, and they body up people and...
Kelderman, oh, that one's in and out off the glass. Rebound, Kat Moody over to Rao. She puts it up. Can't get it to go. And a scramble again. I think Rao's going to get called for the hack on the rebound there.
44, Peyton Rao.
And Peyton Rao picks up her first.
In the Centennial lineup, 5 Taylor Hutchins.
First foul the second half here. And Megan Ernie comes in for Rao. A little full court pressure now by Waukee. And they
paid off.
Yep, paid off, you say. Chloe Olsen steps on the line.
34, Alexandria Kiana Harris.
Kiana Harris comes in for Centennial. And now here's Waukee. They're looking for their first points of the third quarter here. And a foul called on the screen. I think that'll go against Meg Burns.
Yes. She pretty much just plowed her over.
Plowed right through the screen.
Yep.
You got to fight through the screens, but you got to do it legally. Into Kat Moody on the post, and she gets called. Draws the foul. I think that'll be shown. We'll see.
14, Sydney Wyckoff.
Or no, Wyckoff. Okay. That's Wyckoff's third.
He doesn't seem to be making any motion to the bench.
No. Oh, and they throw it back out. So there again, the pressure defense gets to Waukee. And looks like Peyton Rao will come back in. Trying to find the post player in there that he likes.
He did go smaller, so I don't know. I mean, I think he's trying to full court and do some other things.
And a little pressure again. Almost. Yep, they did force a turnover. Said it almost, but they did. As Waukee brings it up. Neiman. Looking for a bucket here. Jump stop and a travel will be called on Anna Brown.
It looks like when Waukee penetrates to the basket, immediately one player will sag off and try to two-time the ball or on the dribble, just like they did now, and cause that turnover.
3 by Meg Burns. And then a foul on the drive.
Waukee's got to make sure they just be patient and they don't hit the panic button.
And misses the first free throw.
22, Chloe Olsen for Waukee. 14, Peyton Kelderman.
Kelderman in, and for Waukee, Chloe Olsen in for Centennial. And another free throw here, and they hit it, and they finally get on the board here in the second half. Does Waukee. Centennial with it now. Working against the zone defense. Drives baseline. Wyckoff looked at the three, decided no. And that'll go against Kelderman, I believe.
14, Peyton Kelderman. Her first, team second.
Second team foul here on Waukee at the half.
Are those twin sisters? The Keldermans, 2 and 14. They're both ninth graders.
Yep, I think so. I don't think I've seen them in the game the same time before.
I thought maybe you were like, I was thinking 14 fouled and.
Well, I said Kelderman, and they look the same, you know, so I didn't think of it. There's a three by Sidney Wyckoff. And it's a 10-1 run here to start the third quarter into Rao. She helps cut down that deficit a little bit. For Waukee. The baseline now back up top. There's a three, no good. And rebound to Rao. Off the miss by Meg Burns. Rao. And Kelderman runs it down. That's Peyton. And a foul called.
On boarding, Meg Burns.
Meg Burns.
Third, team fourth. The Waukee man at 50.
Third on Burns, already the fourth foul here on
20, Anna Brown.
Centennial. And wholesale substitutions as they
Yes.
take out both Keldermans and Megan Ernie. And bring Anna Brown in there. Kat Moody's in there. Lexi Bowles is in there. And that's Jory Neiman. And then Peyton Rowell will be the fifth player for Waukee. Here's Brown for three. No good. And battle for it inside. And Waukee comes away with it up and blocked. Neiman gets it back. Here's a three. No good. And this time they're going to call Lexi Bowles for pushing. Or no, Anna Brown, I guess.
Her third, team third.
Third on the team, third on Brown. So 10-3 start to the third quarter for Centennial against.
Foul at 24, Jory Neiman.
And Neiman picks up her first personal in the fourth team. So now the fouls are evened up 4 apiece. Centennial here in the dark uniforms with the ball. Looking for Schoen inside. They go over the top to Olsen instead. Now into Schoen. She tries to go up underneath, but it's double team. Kicks it out. Back into Schoen, but Rao knocks it away. Brown to Neiman. Now back to Brown for three. Good!
I'm sitting here shaking my head going, no, you don't need a three, but.
Anna Brown hits it. And the lead down to 9, so they got it below double digits here. With a little over a minute to play in the third quarter, and
Ankeny's going to be patient.
Scott DeYoung wants to call a timeout to talk it over a little bit. We'll take a break, come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust.
Here at Waukee, the lead had been 12 for Centennial, now cut down to 9. And a travel call. I think it was 14 was the
Yeah, I think you're
largest
right.
lead.
Yep.
Yeah, 14 was the largest lead. I can't read my own handwriting. That's the problem. But now cut down to 9. So Waukee making a little bit of a run here at the end of the third quarter. And Neiman dribbles by. Now tried to get it to Rao, but tried to go through 3 defenders, and that did not work. So here comes Wyckoff for Centennial. And now Waukee trying to extend out the defense a little bit.
They're playing with a little more confidence.
And 3 missed. Olson did a nice job of keeping Lexi Bowles out of there, and that'll be 4th personal on Lexi Bowles.
I don't know if I would have called it that way.
You think it was the other way?
Well, I don't even know if I would have called anything.
Yeah, they were kind of both hip to hip, weren't they? Now here's a breakout, one of those easy ones for Jory Neiman. So now they got it down to 7 here, and a little life in the Waukee fans.
Yep.
And a blocking foul. Neiman goes down hard. And that's one of those, too, where if you use the sideline a little more, make sure they cut them off, you know.
That's even like the baseline. You see so many times
Yeah.
where kids get beat on the base, and all you have to
Oh.
do is just step out of
If
bounds.
I had $1 every time our high school coach told us that, I'd be a rich man right now. Don't let them drive baseline, you know, because that's the thing. You use that baseline as your extra help on defense.
And it's not just high school players. Oh, here
Yeah.
we go.
Here's Rao, takes it away. Kelderman back in there. Over to Molly Young. 3, no good. And that'll go off to Centennial.
This is where kids have got to know time, score, and situation, because they have the ball to start the 4th quarter. If they just would have waited.
Yeah, you get a 2 or a 3, you could cut it down to 5, and then you get the ball. You score again, and you got to, you know.
That's where somebody has to say, hey, you know, that doesn't have the ball.
Wyckoff pushes it up ahead quickly. Runchy throws it inside. Now back out, almost lost it. 3 seconds, 2, and stripped away. Kelderman might have saved a bucket at the buzzer there with 0.9 seconds to go. Now a couple subs in. Going to get some taller timber in there with Kat Moody and Peyton Rao to defend inside on this pass in under Centennial's own bucket here with 0.9. Oh, nice push. Good attempt at it. But we'll go to the 4th quarter, 26-19. Centennial continuing to lead here. Back with the final 8 minutes after this on CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Price event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price. $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com. The Power.
We're ready for the 4th quarter. And I got to tell you, Jackie Sapp, if your prediction holds true, it's going to be a wild, high-scoring 4th quarter.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm hoping just one team can get to the low score that I said.
Rao up and good. She gets them started here in the 4th quarter with a bucket. She's got 6. And so now a little pressure, and it's down to a 5-point game. And they got her trapped over there, and timeout called by Centennial. And we'll take a quick break and be back after this.
When people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2 and 3 bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Here at Waukee, 26-21, Centennial leading Waukee. They've led throughout the entire game.
I think Waukee's giving Ankeny Centennial a little bit of their own medicine on defense.
Yeah. Well, they've led, I guess, since they took the lead. Waukee led early a couple points, the first couple baskets, and there's a bucket up and good. Chloe Olson.
That was nice penetration to the basket.
But they've led after each quarter break, I should say. Dish out to Kelderman for 3. Good! Lindsay Kelderman, her first points to the ball game. She's averaging about 7. And now lead down to 4. Quick breakout down there. And it ends up
good job.
In a turnover. Chloe Olson steps on the baseline. And Waukee did a great job of hustling back.
Yes.
For a minute, it looked like
they were going to get beat.
Yeah, it looked like Centennial had a wide open layup down there. But they came back. And now Wyckoff turning up the pressure a little bit on Kelderman. And it pays off. Runchy strips it away, or picks it off. Now Waukee trying to step up the pressure.
Oh, looked like she traveled. Coach Guest thought the same thing.
Yep. Whoa. Now we're seeing a little bit of what our coach used to call the belly button defense, right up there tight on them. Oh, and that one's picked off as Schoen saw that one coming, stepped right in front of the pass. Intended for Rao. And Waukee had a chance there to cut that down to 2. And Rao's going to be called for the foul there, which will be her second.
That's the only bad thing about when you play that close of that pressure is I think you lose a step in covering the drive to the basket.
If they get by you, you don't move your feet.
Yep.
And the first free throw rattles out, no good. Kiana Harris and Kiana Williams coming in for Centennial. As Wyckoff gets 1 of 2 free throws. And it's a 5-point game. Waukee battled back over for 3. Good!
She's going to bring him right back into this.
Kelderman, 2 threes here. And it's a 2-point ball game. The 5'4" freshman hits the 3.
She's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
And here's Waukee coming out on the pressure. Kelderman again. Wyckoff drives and has it blocked as Brown came over to help on defense, and now Waukee with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Kelderman for 3, no good. Rebound, Moody gets the foul on Brown, or excuse me, Olson.
Foul on 22, Chloe Olson. Second team, 5th.
15 foul. Kat Moody to the free throw line. And she hits it. That's been the one area she's worked on all season, I know.
They're gonna pay off.
Getting 54% on the season. That's the first one. That's her first point of the night for the 6'1" junior. And hits 2 in a row. We got another tie. Third tie of the game. Their other ones came early at 2-2 and 5-5. But since then, Centennial's led most of the ball game. And now Waukee's clawed back into it with a little pressure defense of their own. But there they draw the foul. Is Peyton Kelderman, I think.
Peyton Kelderman. First, second, team 8th of the half.
So we got both Keldermans in there now again.
Shooting 1 and 1.
And
Kiana Williams.
8th foul, so that'll send Kiana Williams to the free throw line.
And 20, Anna Brown. And 24,
for Centennial.
I think Lindsay could stand maybe about a 30-second rest.
Free throw was good. First points for Kiana Williams of the night. And gives the lead back to Centennial for the moment. And a rebound comes off to Anna Brown. 3, no good by Ernie. She runs down her own rebound. Can't keep it. Tightrope it on the sideline there. And the other way, layup is short. Here comes Waukee. Out for Ernie for 3. Good!
That's her first lead, isn't it?
Since early on when it was
like 2-0?
2-0, yeah. So up 2 now is Waukee. Shot is out of bounds. Stay with Centennial. So about halfway through the fourth quarter, they've taken the lead back here. Looking for the season split with Ankeny, also looking for the conference title. And Rao comes in to replace Lexi Bowles. Wyckoff for 3, no good. Rebound and a foul on the putback. We'll go against Jory Neiman, her second, team 9th.
Well, I will say that the Waukee kids have responded, and they have played hard to get in the position they're in right now.
And free throw's good by Alexandria Kiana Harris. She's shooting 44% on the season, hits that one.
Really, 44%?
Or excuse me, I'm sorry, that's Kiana Williams.
I think she's 2 for 4, isn't she?
Yep, she is tonight.
Timeout, Waukee. Full timeout.
Full timeout for Waukee. They have a 1-point lead here with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll take a break and be back with more after this.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
This price event, Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price. $99 per month lease. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Chevy, find new roads. WaukeeChevy.com. The power price.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing.
Here at Waukee, Home team Warriors in the white have the ball on a 1-point lead here after battling back. Trailed by as many as 14 in the first half. And now inside, turnaround jumper is good by Lexi Bowles, her first 2 points of the night.
Lexi Bowles.
And a 3-point lead.
I think Ankeny just got to make sure that they're patient and do what they've been doing.
Down on the block, and the foul will be called.
44, Peyton Rao.
Peyton Rao,
Third,
and it's the 10th. Schoen will be shooting 2 anyway, but all fouls from here on out for Centennial will be the double bonus.
And Waukee's not even in it yet, are they?
No, well, they got one more. Centennial has one more to give before Waukee is in. Schoen hits the first one. 9, she gets the bouncer in there, and that gives her an even 10 points on the night for Centennial, and they pull within 1. And now Waukee, a little unsure what to do, so let's just fire up a 3, and almost got it to work, and Brown tried to chase it down but couldn't get it. Well, Lexi Bowles couldn't find anywhere to go with it and shot it and almost put into 3. So now Centennial coming now with a chance to take the lead back here with the bucket. Jumper is good by Chloe
She's been
Olsen.
steady for them tonight.
Yep, 14 points. Gives them a 1-point lead. Well, this is going to look real familiar to people who saw that first game over at Centennial. It was a 2-point win for Centennial, I believe. And, well, that time she decides Lexi Bowles not to shoot it. And she'll try to post up. Kelderman looks for help, gets it over to Neiman. Neiman will drive.
They almost look like they're a little unorganized.
Well, swarming defense by Centennial. They're just really playing tight on the ball and off the ball too. And Neiman throws it up high off the glass, pulled down by Bowles. And Waukee will reset. There's a 3, short. And Neiman came in and tried to swat it out of there, but she'll pick up a foul. Her 3rd, and it'll be shooting 2 at the other end for Centennial.
Jordan Neiman. Her 4th. Shooting 2, Taylor Runchie.
You know, that 3-point shot can be a blessing, and sometimes it can be a curse.
Yeah. Runchie to the free throw line. She hits it. She's shooting 73% for the line.
She's got a nice looking shot, nice looking stroke.
It's her first points of the night. Gets them both. Widens the lead out to 3. So Waukee fought back, built a 3-point lead. Now Centennials come back the other way and build a 3-point lead. Brown drives and stepped on the baseline. She thought she got pushed. Chris Guest is kind of calling for that too. Said she didn't step out on her own. She got bumped.
Centennial lineup 21, Rachel Schoen.
And Rachel Schoen comes back in for Kiana Williams. And Wyckoff will dribble it up and across. And now I'm going to work the clock a little bit.
And they're going to be, I was
What
just
were you
going to
gonna
say
say?
they're going to be disciplined with the ball. They don't need a shot, but.
Well, that wasn't a bad baseline
No,
shot, though. She
no.
was open there.
And she's got a pretty shot.
Yeah, she does. Chloe Olson, she's got 6 points here in the fourth quarter, 16 overall, as the three misses. And we're under a minute to play, a 5-point Centennial lead.
They've got a foul, but not somebody that can shoot it.
Trouble is, all their starters shoot pretty well from the free throw line. Wyckoff would be, she's at 66%. Kelderman with the foul, her first.
Really, the turning point was Waukee came down 2 times in a row and put up 2 threes. And probably people that Chris wouldn't have wanted to shoot him. And
Yeah,
then-
they had the ball, nobody open, and they kind of panicked a little bit, threw up the three when they could have waited. There's a second free throw by Wyckoff, so she gets 1 of 2
And
there.
then Ankeny came down. They capitalized on those 2.
And there's a foul back the other way, and that will send Jory Neiman to the free throw line.
They're young, though.
Fourth
I
on
mean,
Burns. Oh, I guess that's only the 16th foul, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So 1 more foul here. So Meg Ernie will inbound it. Ooh, that was close to being.
That was a good balancing act.
Neiman just about lost it there. Looking for Kelderman for 3. No good. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up. Won't go, and the battle for it in there. And they're going to call a foul.
I'm not sure.
Looked like it was a straight up battle, but it could be Rao, I think. Or no, Ernie, I'm sorry. It's first on Megan Ernie. So Kiana Williams will come down to shoot 2. She's 2 of 4 from the line tonight. 83% free throw shooter on the season. And hits the first one. And ups the lead to 7. Oh, and this is the Ankeny tradition too. Play good defense and hit your free throws.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. 42-38. Now Waukee needs a bucket in a hurry. And a foul called. So that will be the 1-on-1.
On 22, Chloe Olson.
That one goes on Chloe Olson, her third.
Team 7.
17th foul.
Jory Neiman.
Neiman to the free throw line. She's 1 of 2 for the line tonight. Has 8 points. Hasn't scored here in the fourth quarter yet.
Rachel Schoen.
I don't know if she's taking a shot.
I don't think in the fourth quarter, no. Free throws up and good. If they make this one, I'm going to see the full court press, you can bet. And it's off. And what were you going to say?
Did you notice the score, 42-35?
Wait a minute.
And I think I
You
said
said
42-37.
42-37. You
and
did.
I just had a chance.
And I was giving you a hard time. That's pretty close.
Oh.
I didn't think we were going to get there the
I
way it was
didn't either.
going.
I didn't either.
Yeah, free throws up and good. By Schoen. Second one is good. Rachel Schoen is 4 of 4 from the free throw line in this fourth quarter. Taylor Runcheek back in. Now they got to put it up in a hurry. And they do, and rebound comes off to Kiana Williams. The final score is going to look a little wider, a little worse than what it was overall. But That'll be number 5 on Anna Brown. She fouls out with 7. All those coming through the third quarter. And missed free throw by Kiana Williams.
Please report down to the entry area for the halftime productions.
And she'll get one more and hits it. So up to a 10-point lead. Long shot, no good. It'll go out of bounds, and that's going to do it for this one. As Centennial will come out on top here. 45-35.
Your final score is Centennial 45.
Over Waukee.
Waukee 35.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap up the scoring, get some final thoughts of Jackie Sapp on this one right after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Our roots are here in the middle of America, where humble beginnings can grow into great opportunities. Where hard work and high standards are the key ingredients to success. Where honesty and integrity matter. We're proud of our roots, proud to be a part of a community that shares our values, and grateful to our customers for giving us the opportunity to grow.
Here at Waukee, the final, number 7 Ankeny Centennial over number 8 Waukee, 45-35. Run down the scoring for you for Centennial. Chloe Olson led all scorers with 16, 12 for Rachel Schoen, 5 for Sydney Wyckoff, 5 for Kiana Williams, 3 for Meg Burns, 2 for Taylor Runchie, 2 for Alexandria Kiana Harris. To round out the scoring for Waukee, nobody double figures. Jory Neiman led him with 9, 7 for Anna Brown, 6 each for Peyton Rao and Lindsay Kelderman, 2 for Lexi Bowles, 2 for Kat Modi, and 3 for Megan Ernie. Centennial led 9-7 after 1, 16-11 at the half, 26-19 after 3, and they end up winning by 10, 45-35. So they go to 18-3 on the season, and Waukee will finish up the regular season at 17-4. Final thoughts on the ball game here tonight, Jackie?
Well, I think you were correct at the end when you said the score really wasn't an indication of, you know, how close it became in the fourth quarter. You know, I thought from the beginning that Ankeny's defense probably would wear down Waukee. Waukee made a good run though, and as I said earlier, they took a couple of quick threes that probably they didn't need to take, especially they were up by 3. At one time, I remember when they took a 3, and then Ankeny Centennial came down and capitalized on it. So, good game. I really think, you know, you don't want to lose one, especially when you're getting ready for tournaments. And I know that Chris Guest, his team's lost a couple of close ones here, but I think only good things have come out of that. Ankeny Centennial, on the other hand, they just keep doing what they always do. They play good defense. They get to the foul line.
And keep dialing it in as they head toward the tournament, don't they?
And their scores are never, you know, you're never going to see a 70, you know, 65 game out of an Ankeny Centennial competition. So it is what it is. Have a good program, and I'll be anxious to see how many teams we get in the state tournament from the CIML.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing you there. You're going to come over and do a few games with us at the Well, and we look forward to that in just a few weeks. So thanks for sitting in tonight, and we'll see you at Wells Fargo here in a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, Jackie Sapp with us here in the final tonight, 45-35. The girls, Waukee, falls to Ankeny Centennial. The boys game will be coming up a little bit. They're having senior night activities here, Waukee. We're going to take a little break, and we'll come back in just a bit with the boys ball game after this on CISN.TV.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18.
Varsity letter winner. He plans on playing college basketball while earning a degree in business or finance. Congratulations, Nathan Johnson. Woman Kago is the son of Osman Kago. This is his first year at Woman participating in basketball. He plans to attend college following graduation. Congratulations, Woman Kago. Tyson Kelderman is the son of Justin and Nancy Kelderman. Tyson played basketball all 4 years and 2 years varsity letter winner. He plans to major in finance at Iowa State University. Congratulations, Tyson Kelderman. Nathan Nelson is the son of Jeff and Christy Nelson. Nathan is a 4-year basketball participant, a 3-year varsity letter winner. He'll be attending the University of Iowa to major in business and play football. Congratulations, Nathan Nelson. Jack Rittman is the son of Michael and Jeanette Rittman. This is his 4th year as a basketball participant. He's a 2-year varsity letter winner. Jack is undecided on a college at this time, plans to play basketball and major in sports management and marketing. Congratulations, Jack Rittman. That's the boys basketball seniors. Now the cheerleader seniors. Allie Markey is the daughter of Jeff and Jenny Markey. She's been a cheerleader for basketball 3 years, and she's a 1-year varsity letter winner. Allie plans to attend Kirkwood Community College and major in criminal justice. Congratulations, Allie Markey. Bailey Thompson is the daughter of Jason and Terry Kyman. This is Bailey's 2nd year cheering for basketball. She plans to attend Des Moines Area Community College and become a paramedic. Congratulations to Bailey Thompson. Kennedy Turner is the daughter of Kermit and Tasha Turner. Kennedy has been a basketball cheerleader all 4 years, is a 3-year varsity letter winner. She plans to major in nursing at the University of Iowa. Congratulations, Kennedy Turner. Kelsey Woodward is the daughter of Darren and Sharon Woodward. This is her 4th year as a cheerleader, and she's a 2-year varsity letter winner. Kelsey plans to attend Des Moines Area Community College, then transfer to the University of Iowa to pursue a major in health and human physiology. Congratulations, Kelsey Woodward. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your senior from Winter Sports, senior athletes, congratulations and thank you for your 4 years of service. And thank you to the parents as well.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Is starting to buy trucks at Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP. Select new 17 Super Duties. Schottenkirk Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. SchottenkirkFord.com.
1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic. The Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look?
It's time for live high school basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Young drives the lane, scoops it up short, down in, kiss off the glass, good.
High school basketball on CISN.TV is brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet, Westside Auto Pros, Mid-American Energy. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on CISN.TV.
Welcome to Waukee High School. Dar Danielson with you on CISN.TV as we get ready for the boys' half of this doubleheader. Waukee coming in at 15-2, hosting 12-6, and both these teams coming in losing on a little bit of a losing streak, a one-game losing streak for Centennial. They lost to Fort Dodge, whereas Waukee's dropped games to Ankeny and Des Moines Hoover here. A 6-point loss to Ankeny and a 7-point loss to Des Moines Hoover coming into this one. They each have a couple games remaining in the regular season to wrap it up here, but looking for playing for the conference title here tonight. Waukee and Ankeny Centennial. Ankeny Centennial comes in averaging 53 points a game, while Waukee averaging 58.5. So fairly close in that aspect of it. So we'll see what happens here tonight with these two teams as they're warming up. The girls' ball game ended up in a 10-point win for Ankeny Centennial over Waukee. And the earlier game between these two the boys went to Waukee 62, went to Centennial 62-55. They won at Ankeny Centennial. Then Waukee ran off 6 straight wins before losing to Ankeny and then Des Moines Hoover. Centennial won that one, won another, then it was back and forth. Lost to Valley, beat Mason City, lost to Ankeny, beat East and beat Ames, and then lost to Fort Dodge on Tuesday night. So both these teams trying to get kind of in a rhythm here at the end of the season. And for these two teams, Centennial will be in Substate number 7 with Hoover, Lincoln, Marshalltown, Urbandale, and Valley, while Waukee will be in Substate 6 with Roosevelt, Dowling, Indianola, Newton, Southeast Polk, and Waukee. So both have some formidable opponents coming up here when they get into state tournament play. Of course, got a couple games left before the boys get to that, as the girls get to state tournament play first, and then it'll be the boys. And we're getting ready for starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Waukee Fieldhouse.
Centennial and Waukee.
Boys basketball game between the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars and the Waukee Warriors.
Jaguars and the Warriors.
High school has committed itself to maintaining the highest level of sportsmanship at all athletic
For
events.
Waukee, pretty balanced scoring. They have 3 players in double figures, and the other 2 are pretty close. Nathan Johnson leading at 12.1, Nathan Nelson 11.2, Dylan Jones at 10.5, then Noah Hart at 9.7, and Jax Rittman at 9.3. For Centennial, 1 player in double figures, Hunter Strait, then Zach Kluver at 9.5, Micah Johnson at 7.9, Jackson Brannon at 5.5. So scoring a little less balanced there for Centennial. And we'll see again how that plays out tonight here in this matchup. And Centennial will have Johnston. They'll be at Johnston and then host Des Moines Lincoln to wrap up the season. And for Waukee, they finished the season hosting Ottumwa on Tuesday night. And now the starting lineups. Zach Kluver, a 6'1 senior.
Number 3,
Jackson Brannon, a 6'2 senior.
Number 5,
Hunter Strait, a 6'1 senior.
Number 40,
Cody McCullough, a 6'6 sophomore. And Micah Johnson, a 6'7 sophomore. They're coached by Bob Fontana, assistant coach Ben Lamock, Greg Sieversyk, and Mark West. And now we'll have the starting lineups for the Waukee Warriors. They have a little more size, too, in the lineup.
And now, let's meet the starting lineups for your Waukee Warriors.
The 6'8 junior Dylan Jones. A 6'2 junior Noah Hart. A 6'3 senior Nathan Nelson.
A 6'2 senior, number 24, Jax Rittman.
Jax Rittman, a 6'2 senior. And then Nathan Johnson, the 6'7 senior. Nathan Johnson. Justin Ohl, head coach. Trevor Mickelson, Kevin Kanaski, assistant coach. Coaches here for Waukee. And we're ready for action. second half of the doubleheader. As they get the final instructions. And we'll come out to half court. Micah Johnson jumping with Dylan Jones. And controlled by Centennial in the dark uniforms. We're underway. Up top with it. Dish off. And shot up. No good. Rebound battled for. Pulled down there by Nathan Johnson. Nelson. Johnson back over left side. Inside to Dylan Jones. Back over for three. Good! Jax Rittman leads off the scoring for Waukee with a three. Here comes Centennial. Down the lane and a foul, and that'll go against, I think, Noah Hart.
On 11, Noah Hart, his first, team first.
His first, the team first. Hunter Straight will go to the free throw line. 76% free throw shooter, pops that one. And then he'll get another. Hits them both. Cuts the lead down to one. Waukee back the other way now. Nelson to Rittman. Noah Hart. Now rotated all the way around the other side. Inside to Dylan Jones. He turns around against the double team, has it knocked away, picked up by Jackson Brandon. Out on the post, jumper, no good. Rebound off to Nathan Nelson. Noah Hart lobs it inside. Fakes him up, gets him in the air. Nathan Nelson draws the foul.
Foul 40, Cody McCullough, his first, team first, shooting two, Nathan Nelson.
It goes against Cody McCullough. Nathan Nelson to the free throw line. 65% free throw shooter, misses the first one. And misses them both. Centennial now back on offense, looking to take the lead for the first time in the early going. And offensive foul called. Cody McCullough, his second.
His second, team second.
The team second. So McCullough picks up a quick foul, a couple quick fouls. Ben Breeding will come in to replace him. And here come the Warriors back with a chance to build on that 1 point lead. Johnson down low. Turn around, leaves it short. And Brannon up. Left side jumper, no good. And the battle for the rebound that's going to come out of there to Waukee. As Johnson Nelson were battling in there with it against Ben Breeding of Centennial. Left side for three, and he's fouled. Noah Hart is fouled shooting the three. And he'll get 3 free throws.
Number 5, Hunter Straight.
Hunter Straight
His first team third.
gets him, and
3, Noah Hart.
Noah Hart, a 65% free throw shooter, hits the first one. Second one is good. And one more coming. Boom. Gets 3 the hard way. You got to make 3 shots to get 3, and he does it. And gives them a 4-point lead. Biggest lead early going in this game. Spinning and gets the banker off the glass is Hunter Straight. Down to 2. Lob up high, Nathan Johnson a little too high. He was there, but it was a little high and wide on the alley-oop. And couldn't quite pull that together. Now again, Centennial chance to tie or take the lead. And that'll stay with Centennial. Waukee hit the first bucket, and Centennial hasn't taken a lead yet. It's about halfway through this first quarter. And Hunter Straight will dribble across. Waukee in the man-to-man defense. Gonna sag it a little bit down low. Helping out. And the jumper for 3 is good by Hunter Straight. He's got all 7 of Centennial's points and gives them a 1-point lead, their first lead of the game. Rittman looks at the 3. Back over, now far side. Johnson for 3, rolls out, no good. Rebound comes off to Jackson Brannon. He'll push it up the floor. Throws it across. Over to Ben Breeding. Now he'll cut, gets it to Hunter Straight, who cuts through there, and Straight's got all 9 points for Centennial. And they're up by 3 now. So Hunter Straight against Waukee, and he leads 9-6. The early going. He's got a 3, 2 twos, and 2 free throws.
For Waukee, 5, Tyson Kellerman.
Tyson Kelderman comes in, and for Waukee, Preston Kelling comes in for Centennial. And here we go. Over to Johnson, far corner. He dribbles out of trouble before they can stop in there. Rittman throws it down a baseline. Now inside to Johnson. He'll back in. Throws it all the way across. Baseline jumper. Good by Tyson Kelderman. And foul going back the other way. Kelderman picks up the foul. It's just a second team foul, his first personal. Hunter Straight will go to the free throw line, and so far he's got all of Centennial's points, and he's going to get a chance to get into double figures here in the first quarter already. Noah Hart comes in for Jax Rittman. Second free throw is good, and Hunter Straight has 10. All of Centennial's points here in the first quarter. So if you can stop him, maybe. We'll see. Left side, Kelderman with it. Pull up for 3, no good. A rebound comes off to Ben Breeding. Pull up, No good by Straight. And then a foul called inside. Nathan Johnson pushing in there, I guess. His first and the third on the team. Back over. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, 10-8. Hunter Straight with all 10 points for Centennial. And 3 players have scored for Waukee. Here's Straight, bounces it inside, cuts down the baseline. Knocked away on the run out. Jumps, skip, and a hop, and up and good. Nathan Nelson. And we're tied. First tie of the ball game. And block. Nelson, what a play over there. Johnson blocks it, keeps it alive before going out of bounds. And there's Nelson down the line, and he gets fouled by, I think, Micah Johnson.
42, Micah Johnson.
His first, team's fourth.
In the Waukee lineup, 34, Trey Schaller.
Trey Schaller coming in for Dylan Jones. Schaller gets the inbound pass over to Kelderman. 3 short, and rebound bounces around. Ben Breeding comes up with it. And that's the guy Waukee's got to watch. Hunter Straight, he has all 10 of Centennial's points here as we go under a minute to play in the first quarter. Coach wanted to push off on that one, didn't get it. And then a hold called on defense away from the ball. That'll go against Noah Hart.
11, Noah Hart.
4th team foul, Hart's second.
In the Waukee lineup, 24, Jax Rittman.
Jax Rittman will come in to replace Hart as he's got 2 fouls. Don't want to get him that 3rd one here before the quarter's out. Inside pass. Down, up, and good. Finally, somebody other than Straight scores. And breaks the tie. 12-10 Centennial. Waukee looks like they'll play for 1 here. Kelderman. Nelson drives and draws the foul against Micah Johnson. Bob Fontana does not like that at all. He thought Johnson was straight up. 15 foul. Nelson to the free throw line. He missed his first 2, shooting 65% on the season. And hits that one. And makes it a 1-point game. And this is the second one. Clock running out off the iron at the buzzer. And it'll be Centennial 12, Waukee 11 after 1. Back with the second quarter after this on CISN.TV.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This.
Our roots are here in the middle of America, where humble beginnings can grow into great opportunities, where hard work and high standards are the key ingredients to success, where honesty and integrity matter, We're proud of our roots, proud to be a part of a community that shares our values, and grateful to our customers for giving us the opportunity to grow.
We'll go to the second quarter here at Waukee. Centennial leading 12-11. In that first quarter, Hunter Strait had 10 for Centennial. Micah Johnson, 2, the scoring there. So just till late did Micah Johnson get a bucket. It was all Hunter Strait for Centennial in that first quarter. And they come out leading by 1. Their biggest lead was 6. This one goes inside. Back out Nathan Johnson. Down the lane, up and good. Nathan Johnson. For 2 and gives Waukee the lead back. Driving. And foul before he gets the shot. Well, during the shot, I guess Ben Breeding is fouled. Dylan Jones picks up his first personal 15 foul on Waukee. Breeding goes to the line, shooting 50% on the season. Hasn't scored yet tonight. Rattles one home there. And we've got our second tie of the night. He hits them both. And Brandon Van Meter comes in and gets called for a foul on the hold on the inbound. So Brandon Van Meter, Hunter Strait in there, Jackson Brannon. Let's see, Zach Kluver for Centennial and Ben Breeding, and there's a foul. Ben Breeding, his first. 17th foul already here on Centennial, and Dylan Jones will go to the free throw line. He hasn't scored yet tonight, shooting 71% from the line. Pops that one. And gets the second one. And it's back to a 1-point lead for Waukee. Left side with it. Straight throws it inside. Back out for three. Good by Jackson Brannon. Second three of the night for Centennial. They lead by 2. Kelderman over now to Nathan Johnson, far side for 3. No good. Rebound battled for, almost knocked away from each other. Ben Breeding comes away with it. Strait drives in. Offensive foul that time on Hunter Strait. His second, team 8th, but the offensive foul means no free throw shot. And Nathan Johnson will come out. So we got Noah Hart, Jax Rittman, Nathan Nelson, Dylan Jones, and Tyson Kilderman in there for Waukee. And that's Rittman with the ball to Hart. Bounces into the post. Now cuts back up. Kilderman found the lane open but couldn't finish it. And here comes Hunter Straight. Dishes it outside for Kluber. No good. And then a push called on the rebound. Nathan Nelson, his first, team 6. Nelson. So pleading his case, he didn't think he fouled anybody. He thought he got undercut. But anyway, timeout. 17-15, Centennial leading Waukee. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Here at Waukee, Centennial up by 2 with the ball. They're in the dark uniforms against Waukee. 3 is off and rebounded by Jax Rittman. Noah Hart will push it up the floor. Nathan Nelson finds Kelderman coming through on the baseline. Not there. Tried to bounce it into Dylan Jones, but it was kicked. Nathan Johnson will come back in, replacing Nathan Nelson. Jax Rittman. Ooh, nice little scoop in there to Dylan Jones. Noah Hart, nice hard pass in there. And we're tied up again. Oh, nice look cutting on the baseline. Breeding assist to Kluber there. As we come up on halfway through the second quarter. Centennial hanging on to a 2-point lead. Rittman, long 3, rattles out, no good. Here comes Centennial on the run, and they keep it alive. Van Meter pulls it out. Now over to Brannon. Back to Van Meter. He'll drive and try to dish it inside. It's knocked away. Here comes Waukee on the break. Rittman. Double clutches. Doesn't get it to go, but the putback is good by Nathan Nelson. And we're tied again. Third tie. Rebound comes off to Johnson. Trying to go into Dylan Jones. And Kelderman will take it. Back over to him now. Down on the block to Dylan Jones. Not there. Jump stop, and then gets called for the offensive foul. Noah Hart is third. 17 foul, but no shots since it's offensive. So both teams will be in the bonus here. Nathan Nelson. Again with come in for Noah Hart. Hart with 3 personals. Hunter Straight with it. He hasn't scored here in the second quarter. Scored 10 of the 12 for Centennial in the first quarter. Right wing 3 rattles out. Spins out of there, and here comes Kelderman. Crosses over, gets a screen. Nathan Nelson called for the double dribble before he took off. And with 2 minutes to play, the turnover gives it back to
Timeout.
Centennial.
30-second timeout.
And we'll keep it right here. Only issue right now, Noah Hart with 3 personals. Hunter Strait with 2. And Micah Johnson with 2. Cody McCullough with 2 for Centennial. So if we got some foul issues there, that could be a problem down the road. But they'll see what happens with that. As here we go, back to action. Centennial, no good. Rebound comes off to Jax Rittman. Bounce pass inside. They try to throw it across. Did Dylan Jones is knocked out by Centennial. Throw it up high, almost taken away by Jackson Brannon. On the defense. And here's Waukee. Inside, back out for 3. No good. Rebound, Nelson. And he gets fouled as he tried to dribble out of the double team. They kind of bailed him out there. Had him stopped on the baseline.
22,
Preston Kelling is first, 19 foul, so we'll be shooting
1-1. Nathan Nelson.
1-1. Nathan Nelson. He gets the front end, he'll get the bonus here. So the next one will be the double bonus for Waukee as they take the lead back. And now by 2. And that's 7 points for Nathan Nelson. And the ball's loose, picked up by Waukee. Rittman, bounce pass underneath. No good, battle for it. Saved out of there, knocked away, and it goes over the backboard. Dylan Jones trying to pass it back in. And Waukee will get it under the bucket.
Centennial lineup. 2, Brandon Van Meter. 23, Benjamin Breeding.
Oh, knocked away. Kelderman, but he stepped on the line. As he snuck down the lane. Just take that away.
Centennial lineup 5, Hunter Strait. 40, Cody McCullough.
And they throw it out, and it goes out of bounds. So a turnover by Centennial.
Centennial lineup 23, Benjamin Breeding.
Ben Breeding back in there.
2, Brandon Van Meter.
Brandon Van Meter back in for Centennial. Zach Kluver's in there now. Also Jackson Brannon. For Centennial. So Waukee now has a chance to hold for 1 here, maybe double their lead of 2. at the half. And nice bounce pass inside. Dylan Jones tries to turn around and gets fouled. It'll be 2 shots. That's the 10th team foul. Zach Kluber with the foul, his first, but the team's 10th, so Dylan Jones will get to shoot 2. And this is the first one. He's got 4 points. Michael Vincente and Trey Hardy coming in for Waukee. And they'll back everybody off the line for Dylan Jones to shoot this last one, and he hits it and makes it a 3-point lead, 3.9 seconds to play. Straight shoots it at the buzzer and will miss. And it'll be Waukee 22-13, halftime lead over Centennial. We'll take a break and come back and check out the first half scoring after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Your hometown clothing store, the one that had it all, everything to get the work done, all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50.
Back here at Waukee High School, halftime, Waukee up by 3. Their biggest lead was 4 on the night. At the half, they're up by 3 over Centennial, 22-19. We'll run down the first half scoring. For Centennial, Hunter Strait had 10 points in the first quarter, 10 of the 12, and then they found a way to solve him somehow, and he didn't score in the second quarter. Then it was 4 points for Ben Breeding, 3 for Jackson Brannon, then 2 for Micah Johnson. For Waukee, unofficially, 5 for Nathan Nelson, 5 for Dylan Jones, 5 for Noah Hart, 3 for Jax Rittman, 2 for Tyson Kelderman, and 2 for Nathan Johnson. Centennial led 12-11 after 1, and then were outscored 11-7 in the second quarter. So Waukee now leads 22-19. Waukee at 15-2 on the season. Centennial at 12-6. And senior night here, you're seeing the cheerleaders and everybody introduced with their parents. And always an emotional night on senior night as they get introduced. And in the first ball game tonight, Centennial put on a late surge, hit their free throws, and ended up beating Waukee 45-35 to take the win over Waukee and come out on top in that one. So we're at halftime. Let's take another break. We'll do that and come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2 and 3 bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
The Waukee dance team here at halftime. Watch their performance a little bit. Darn Danielson with you on CISN.TV. 22-19. Waukee leading Centennial, the boys at the half.
Waukee Varsity Dance Team.
Good performance by the dance team. Good crowd here tonight. Or senior night. A lot of people out to say thanks to the seniors and both the girls and boys teams here tonight. And pretty spread offensively for Waukee. They had 6 players get in the scorebook, and for Centennial, just 4. And Hunter Strait, he's their leader with 17 points average. He had 10 in the first quarter, none in the second quarter, but it was 12-11 first quarter lead, and he had 10 of those 12 points. And then they were able to keep him from scoring. For Waukee, Noah Hart picked up 3 personal fouls, so he's in a bit of foul trouble there. And otherwise, looks like, he's the only Waukee player with more than 1 foul. Hunter Strait has 2. Micah Johnson 2, and Cody McCullough 2 for Centennial, but really nobody in any big foul trouble there in the first half for these two teams. Looking at the schedules for the two, Centennial will have a big game at Johnston on Tuesday, and then Waukee will be at Ottumwa, make a little road trip down to Ottumwa as they wrap up the regular season. And then it's into tournament time for the boys. And in Centennial's in Substate number 7. Hoover's in there, Lincoln, Marshalltown, Urbandale, and Valley. You got to say Hoover, Valley, and Centennial probably the teams to watch. Hoover probably the top team to watch there. Valley, they're dangerous. They have some good players too. They put it together. And then for Waukee, they're in with Roosevelt, who's having a good season. Dowling Catholic, they're pretty good. Indianola Newton, Southeast Polk, and Waukee, all in that Substate number 6. The other Substate involving Central Iowa teams features that's Substate 8 with Ames, Ankeny, Des Moines East, Des Moines North, Fort Dodge, and Johnston. Johnston and maybe Ames, you would think, would be the 2 teams to look at as possibilities coming out of that. And over in Eastern Iowa, Iowa City High and Iowa City West. Iowa City West, the top-rated team, is in there with Cedar Rapids Kennedy, Cedar Rapids Wash, Cedar Rapids Prairie, Ottumwa, and City High. I don't know how Tumwa got in there, but they're into that sub-state too. So going to be interesting. And again, join us here on CISN.TV for the girls' state basketball tournament. Open up on February 26th. We'll be bringing you all the games through the semifinals here. We start out on day one with the 5A quarterfinal at 10 o'clock. We go through the 4A or 5A quarterfinals, and then in the evening it's the 4A quarterfinals. A little bit different schedule. Instead of starting with the small schools, we start with the large schools first. And then the big school championship again on Friday night, March 2nd. And then Saturday, the 3A, 2A, and 1A championships there. But again, you can see all the first round games of quarterfinals through the semifinals here on CISN.TV. Proud to bring you that once again here online. So tune in, and if you have relatives and your team's in, whether it be Waukee, Centennial, or somewhere else, tell them they can tune in and watch it for free on CISN.TV. As the clock winds down here on halftime. And looks like Hunter Strait, Micah Johnson, Jackson Brannon, Cody McCullough, and Zach Kluber, all the starters back in for Centennial. And looks like for Waukee, the same Nathan Johnson, Nathan Nelson, Dylan Jones, Noah Hart, Jax Rittman. Starting for Waukee to start second half. Centennial in the dark uniforms. Road uniforms will get the ball to start here the second half. Trailing by 3. The biggest lead that Waukee has had in the game. That's the same for Centennial too. It's been a pretty tight ball game the whole way through, as the miss rebounded by Dylan Jones for Waukee. So they'll get a chance to build on the lead first time down. Drive and block, but the foul called. We'll see if that goes against Johnson or, Micah Johnson.
Micah Johnson.
His third, first foul here of the second half, and Nathan Johnson stepped to the free throw line. He's got 2 points on the night. And second free throw rattles around and goes down. And I'm going to adjust that first half scoring. It was Nathan Johnson with 4, so he now has 5. And Noah Hart with 3. And back to action. And that'll stay with Centennial. Inside, Kluber is good. His first bucket of the night. And cuts the lead down to 2. Oh, nice power move up and through by Nathan Johnson. Long shot off, no good rebound battle for Rittman. Lobs it to Johnson, and he gets fouled on the alley-oop. As Jackson Brannon plows into him. That time,
His first, team's second.
They had it up there, and they missed the alley-oop the first time. It went too high, but that one was right in there. Brandon hadn't stepped in. And Nathan Johnson will go to the free throw line. And misses that one. So he's 1 of 3 so far from the line, shooting 63% on the season. He'll get one more. And that one rattles out of there. Taken by Jackson Brannon. So Brannon's foul will end up paying off for Centennial. Try to get it inside to Kluver. He'll throw it back out. Hunter straight. Brannon over on the baseline to McCullough. Back across the top. And Brannon for 3. Rebound knocked away from Dylan Jones. And taken by Reedy. Straight gives a nice pass down low. And travel called as McCullough saw Dylan Jones coming in there and shuffled the feet. Pulling out. Nathan Johnson. Far side, Redmond for 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Centennial. Straight looks behind him, see nobody there, and keeps going on ahead. Waukee's. Oh, nice fake, and then they're blocked by Dylan Jones. He comes back strong. Faked out one guy, but Jones wasn't fake there. Here's straight for 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Dylan Jones. Nathan Johnson drives the lane, gets around the defender. And Nathan Johnson now has 5 points here, all 5 of the points for Waukee here to start the second quarters. They've outscored them 5-2. We'll take a quick break. Come back with more right after this on CISN.TV.
Our roots are here in the middle of America, where humble beginnings can grow into great opportunities, where hard work and high standards are the key ingredients to success, where honesty and integrity matter. We're proud of our roots, proud to be a part of a community that shares our values, and grateful to our customers for giving us the opportunity to grow.
Waukee's outscored Centennial 5-2 to start the third quarter. Going to have a 6-point lead, the biggest of the ball game for either team. Drive, dish out. Straight fakes. Brannon for 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Dylan Jones. Jones has been kind of a force in the boards, not letting him get any second chances at it. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Waukee. About halfway through the third quarter here. And Jax Rittman comes over to throw it in to Noah Hart. Rittman out to Hart. Fakes. Puts up the 3. Good! Noah Hart. That's 6 points for Hart. And a 9-point lead now for Waukee. Hart hit 3 free throws after getting fouled on a 3-point attempt in the first quarter. And now he hits the 3. So he's got 3 the hard way, 3 the easy way for 6 points. Brandon Van Meter comes in, replacing Preston Kelly. And Waukee now. Chance to come down and build on this lead. Down the lane, can't get it to fall. There's Noah Hart, but he gets the foul. Zach Kluver picks up foul number 2, third team foul. Noah Hart will go to the free throw line where I told you he hit 3 of 3 earlier. He hits 4 of 4 now. Makes it an even 10. And he'll get another one. And it's in. So 8 points now for Noah Hart. And pushes the lead to 11. Outscored him 10-2 here in the third quarter so far. As Centennial having trouble finding the offensive range. There's a 3, and that won't go either. Lid's on the basket for the Jaguars. Here comes Noah Hart and gets it back. Johnson now drives, and he draws the pushing foul on Ben Brady, I believe. His second, team's fourth. Nathan Nelson replaces Nathan Johnson. So Nathan in for Nathan. And slapped away, but it'll stay with Waukee. 2:50 to play here. They're up by 10, or 11, excuse me. Looked at the 3 again, Noah Hart. And now gets a screen from Rittman, but not there. Kelderman into the ball game. That was him right there. There he is. Lobs it in. Jones, nice between two defenders. Up and good. Nice piece of work by Dylan Jones, and it's a 13-point lead. Centennial needs a bucket here. Down the lane, and that'll do it, and the foul. Micah Johnson goes hard to the hole. And Dylan Jones fouls him. Just the first team foul here in the second half. And Micah Johnson goes to the line. He's shooting about, 81.3%. He's got 4 points and leaves it short. He won't get 5. And back the other way. Noah Hart answers that score right back. And up, no good. Nice save inside. He can't get it to go, and a foul will be called. Dylan Jones picks up his third, team's second, and it'll send Cody McCullough to the free throw line. He's not scored yet tonight and misses that one. Cody McCullough, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. On the season, 75%, but missed the first one there. Pops the second one. And Waukee back with it. Centennial has only scored 5 points in this third quarter. That's why they trail by 12. Waukee slowing it down a little bit. Man-to-man defense by Centennial. Nathan Johnson Finds the opening, drives. Oh, just off the back of the iron. Under a minute. Here comes Straight. He has not scored since putting up 10 in the first. Tyson Kelderman picks up his second personal, third team foul. Preston Kelling and Zach Kluver in for Centennial, and Dylan Jones back in for Waukee. He's playing with 3 personals with 53 seconds to play. Coach Bob Fontana up trying to figure something out for this offense, and that falls a little short. And Nathan Johnson gets the rebound. Under 30 seconds to play. We'll see if they hold for one. Nathan Johnson, Kluver's on him. Gets it to Noah Hart. Over on the wing to Rittman, to Nelson. And a foul. Hold called underneath. McCullough picks up his third. It's the 15th foul. So 9 seconds here, and Ben Breeding back in for Centennial. Waukee gets it under their own bucket, lobs it out to Nelson. They go inside, and a foul called on Kluver. His third, team sixth, with 6 seconds to play. Centennial racking up a couple fouls here at the end of the quarter. Here's a three by Nelson, no good. Rebound pulled down by Centennial. The prayer at the buzzer will go wide. And it'll be Waukee 36, Centennial 24 after 3. We'll be back with the fourth quarter coming up right after this on CISN.TV.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Here at Waukee, we'll go to the fourth quarter, 36-24. The home team Warriors with the lead. They'll have the ball to start the fourth quarter. And underway. And a foul called on Centennial.
Now, according to Micah Johnson.
Micah Johnson, his fourth, 17 fouls. So Waukee's shooting here. We just started the fourth quarter. Nathan Nelson goes to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Misses. And a foul called on Kluver. He came in there and hacked at the ball. It was not a very smart play. His fourth right in front of the official. 8th team foul. Nathan Johnson to the free throw line. Hits it. Johnson has 10 points. He had 7 in that third quarter. He'll get another free throw. Hits them both. Johnson now with 11 points, averaging 12, so right about there. As Waukee now in that zone with the lead, almost stripped. Now is stripped. Rittman looks ahead to Johnson. Oh, he stumbled with it, and the foul will be called as once again Jackson Brannon not giving anything at the hoop, but he got the foul again. Going up against Johnson. That's foul number 9, second on Brannon. Nathan Johnson back to the free throw line. And the next one will be double bonus for Centennial. This one rattles around and out. It's a 2-shot foul here. So he'll get another one. Pops it. And now a 3-0 run by Waukee to start the fourth quarter. There's a 3 off, no good. Rebound comes off to Nathan Johnson. And Noah Hart pushes it up. Looking inside, Dylan Jones. He goes round up and gets the bucket. Nice power move by Dylan Jones. He's got 9. And Centennial calls a timeout. We'll take a break and come back. Centennial now up by 17. More after this on CISN.TV.
Starting to buy trucks at Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP. Select new 17 Super Duties. Schottenkirk Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Back at Waukee, the Warriors have outscored Centennial 5-0 to start the fourth quarter, built their lead from 12 to 17 here, and Centennial is already into the double bonus. Well, they will be in the next foul, as there's a rare foul there on Waukee here in the fourth quarter. Now fourth, and that's 4 on Dylan Jones, and Jones will come out. Tyson Kelderman will come in. Dylan Jones with 9 points, averaging 10.5, so right about his average. As Centennial tries to find some offense to make a comeback. Driving runner rattles out, no good. Cody McCullough had a hand on it, but couldn't pull it in for the rebound. And an illegal screen is going to be called on Nathan Nelson. His second, 15 foul. And no shots. And only the 15 foul. Ben Breeding back in.
And number 2, Brandon Van Meter.
And Van Meter in. As Micah Johnson and Jackson Brannon will come out. A little coaching there from Fontana, Bob Fontana on the sideline as they come out. Kluber kicks it outside. He's straight. He gets stripped as he goes through. Out to Johnson. Dunks it home. He's been waiting for that all night. Finally got the breakaway and wasn't fouled. And it's a 19-point lead. First alley-oop they missed Johnson. The next two, he was fouled by Breeding. And there,
Foul number 11, Noah Hart.
he finally
Team 6.
gets the dunk. Noah Hart
30-second timeout.
gets the foul. And we'll keep it right here. That's the fourth on Noah Hart. Dylan Jones has 4. It's the 16th foul on Waukee. So if Centennial can keep at them, maybe here with 5:33 to play, you get Jones and Hart, 2 of their top scorers, to foul out. Maybe a comeback, but they got to find somebody who can score here. Hunter Straight, their leading scorer, reeled off 10 in the first quarter, but has not scored since. He averages 17.2, but hasn't got a point since the first quarter. So they need to find somebody to start getting some points for him. Here's Kluver baseline, and he pops it. So maybe he'll be the one. That's their first points of the fourth quarter with 5:28 to play. And ends the run by Waukee. Fakes it down the lane, and offensive foul will be called against Nathan Nelson. He's got 3, and that'll be now 7
21, Nathan Nelson.
against Waukee. So
Team 7 to the half.
Centennial now will be shooting. They can draw some fouls, get to the free throw line, score some points with the clock stop. We'll see what happens. Straight shoots it short. Rebound battled for, kicked out of there. Kelderman comes away with it. So the bounces going for Waukee on that one. Gets a high screen. Now they're just sending a couple guys low and through. And stepped on the line over there. And a turnover. A little work for Centennial to do. Rittman knocks it back over to Straight. There's a 3. Boom! Straight hits it. His first points since the first quarter when he had 10. And now back the other way. Kluver drives, gets stripped and draws a foul. Will be against Kelderman, his 3rd. And the 8th team foul, so we'll shoot the 1-and-1. Dylan Jones, Noah Hart will come back in. Both of them with 4 personals for Waukee, and Zach Kluver will shoot the 1-and-1. Misses the front end. And the rebound comes off to Waukee. Offensive foul called on Rittman.
On 24, Jackson Rittman.
And that's the 9th foul. So both teams now with 9 team fouls. A lot of fouls called in this game. So both teams will shoot double bonus on the next foul. Unless it's one like that, which was offensive. Oh, no good rebound by Jones, and he's fouled. And that would be on Johnson, I believe. Is it?
Cody McCullough.
No, it's Cody McCullough, his 4th.
Dylan Jones.
So Dylan Jones will come down to shoot 2. He is 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 71% on the season. And he pops that. It gives him an even 10 as he's into double figures. 10.5 is his average. When he can do that with this one and he misses it. I shouldn't have said anything. Here comes Centennial. Still some time if they can get a run. They have not put on a extended run. And then Rittman called for the foul. Out front. His second. And that'll send Van Meter to the line. And that's the way to get back into it if you draw the fouls and get to shoot with the clock stop. And he misses. He's a 42% free throw shooter. So Johnson and McCullough out. Breeding's back in there, and as he hits, that's Van Meter hitting the second free throw. Cut the lead to 14. Hart throws it over to Rittman. Underneath, Johnson back to Rittman. And a foul on Brandon Van Meter, I think.
Number 2, Brandon Van Meter. His second, shooting 2, Jax Rittman.
11th team foul. Jax Rittman will shoot 2. Everybody's shooting 2 from here on out. Rittman pops it. He's got 4.
22, Preston Kelly.
He's an 85% free throw shooter.
And 42, Micah Johnson.
Micah Johnson back in there. And Preston Kelling back in for Centennial. Rittman gets the second free throw, sneaks it over the front of the rim. Puts the lead back up to 16. That makes 5 points for Rittman. He averages 9. Centennial wants to take a timeout. We'll take a break with 2:44 to go. Centennial's got to figure out how to get through this 16-point deficit. We'll be back with more after this.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price. $99 per month lease. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Chevy, find new roads. WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP select new 17 F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP select 17 Super Duties at the truck stop. Schottenkirk Ford, where the Moines area is starting to buy trucks. SchottenkirkFord.com. The truck stops.
2:44 to play in the ball game. Centennial with the ball and a lot of work to do. Down by 16 here. They won the first matchup by 7 over Waukee. But as I said, a load of work. Straight dumps it off, and the shot is no good. And then the foul on Kluver over the back of Nathan Nelson. Kluver is done. He'll foul out with 4 points. 2:30 to go in the fourth. And Nathan Nelson comes down to shoot free throws. Hits that one. He's 4 of 6 on the night. Make it 4 of 7 on the night. With 6 points. Give and go, straight. Gets the bucket off the assist from Brannon. And a foul on Straight, his third. Noah Hart goes to the line to shoot 2. He's got 10 points, hasn't scored here in the fourth. It's that one. Noah Hart coming in shooting 65% from the free throw line. He's now 7 of 7 from the line tonight and has 12 points. And the lead back up to 17. There's a 3 off. Straight tries to save it, but Nathan Nelson takes it away from Cody McCullough. And now here comes Noah Hart. Wow, man, he got it! Off the rebound. It wasn't quite the stuff to Johnson, but a little ricochet off his hands, and it goes. And wow. They have not given him anything easy at the bucket except for the one breakout tonight, but he gets that one. And he's got 15 or 16 on the night. And that one just misses and comes down to Centennial. Averages 12, he's got 16. Long 3. Rebounded underneath by Johnson. Minute to play. Straight gets a high banker off the glass. Straight now has 7 points here in the fourth quarter, and he's right at his average, 17. He had 10 in the first and nothing through the second and third. Now 7 here in the fourth. Hunter Straight then picks up the foul, his fourth. And Noah Hart goes to the free throw line. And Noah Hart pops it.
In the Waukee line, number 1, Moment Kago. And 32, Jimenez.
Moment Kago and Ramel Jimenez in for Waukee. Tyson Kelderman back in there as with 48.6 to go. We see the bench clear, I believe. And that's 9 of 9 from the free throw line for Noah Hart. And he'll go out with 14. Nathan Johnson has 16.
For Centennial, number 30, Garrett Seversite. And number 10, Matt Sherrington.
Trey Schaller into the ball game.
We're going with Tyler Shannon.
Let's see. We'll get a
35, Blake Murphy.
Tyler Shannon, Blake Murphy in for Centennial. Matt Sherrington in there for Centennial. Garrett Seversite in there for Centennial. There's a 3 off. No good. By Sherrington. Griffin Parker in for Waukee. As it's going to end up being a Waukee victory here tonight. And a foul called there. Kago is he got the pass and couldn't handle it, and then he found Seversite going the other way, so Seversite will get a chance to shoot 2. And hits it. And gets them both. And that's his first free throw of the night, or the season. He was 0 for 1 coming into this. And now Centennial back the other way. Another foul. Kago.
One moment, Kago. His second. 32, Matt Sherrington.
Sherrington to the free throw line. He's 50%, 1 of 2 on the season. Hits the first and second. And that's going to do it. 53. 37.
Thank you for attending and supporting high school sports. Just drive carefully on your way home. It's starting to snow.
So Waukee outscores them 17-13 in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap up the scoring, wrap up this ball game after this on CISN.TV.
It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look?
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Here at Waukee, the final 53-37. The Waukee boys down Centennial and get a split in the series here on the season and win the conference. 53-37. Run down the scoring for you. Hunter Strait started out with 10 in the first. Nothing in the second and third. 7 in the fourth for 17, right at his average. And then it was 4 for Zach Kluver, 4 for Micah Johnson, 3 for Jackson Brandon, 4 for Ben Breeding, 1 for Brandon Van Meter, 2 for Matt Sherrington, 1 for Cody McCullough, and 1 for Garrett Seversite. I believe unofficially the scoring there for Waukee, led by Nathan Johnson, with 16, 14 for Noah Hart, 10 for Dylan Jones, 6 for Nathan Nelson, 5 for Jax Rittman, and 2 for Tyson Kellerman. So just 6 scorers, but plenty enough with 3 in double figures for Waukee. They trailed 12-11 after 1, led 22-19 at the half, 36-24 after 3, and win it by 16, 53-37. Waukee goes to 16-2. Ankeny Centennial falls to 12-7 on the season. Join us again Tuesday night. Well, it'll be Centennial at Johnson in a boys-only contest here on CISN.TV. So could be another interesting matchup there. The Ankeny Centennial girls winning tonight 45-35 over the Waukee girls. For Peter Tarpey, I'm Dar Danielson. That's going to wrap it up on CISN.TV.
It's time for live high school basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Young drives the lane, scoops it up short, down in, a kiss off the glass, good.
High school basketball on CISN.TV is brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet, Westside Auto Pros, Mid-American Energy. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on CISN.TV.